Live Formula is on the way, my favorite seasonal event, so of course we have to talk about that. But then I also think we have a mysterious monster that we're going to be putting together with polls. So let's go into what I think is going to be arriving all throughout this special month. So let's go back to what I mean by the monster polls first of all. So inside of June for the past 2 years, we've had Month of the Mythical. We had Month of the Mythical 2 last year with Bazinga, and then the year before that we had Stromboning. And this year, therefore, I think we are going to see another June month where we're going to decide with polls a brand new monster for the game. And therefore, it brings to question, who is this monster going to be? Inside of the past polls, we've seen things be selected like the monster family behind Bazinga and all of these different components, what you can see on screen right now. Now, I don't know if this event is going to occur this year, but it seems very likely. Back when Bazinga was last announced, I remember in the comments, me and lots of fans were putting, oh my goodness, we need a Month of the Mythical 3. We need this to happen every single year, and the monster handlers love to make us happy. So I honestly don't think that they're going to miss out on this opportunity. And honestly, as a community as well, it's very impactful for us to be able to vote in polls towards what monsters are going to be coming inside of the game. As honestly, you really don't see that community integration inside of MSM as much as what you do really with these polls, I feel. Even with the creator back monsters, those weren't necessarily the community, they were parts and segments of the community, but therefore with these polls, it feels like almost all of the community comes forward and makes it, which makes this monster feel really special. Now, if this was going to happen again, then the monster would be releasing in September. So let's look at that for a moment. September. What is going to be happening in September? Well, if we go on over to us Ethereal Workshop, we've got 2 waves left. We've got wave 5 coming, then we've got wave 6, the final wave that is going to be coming. And in the side of the final Ethereal Workshop wave, we are going to be seeing the Poison Quad. And not just that, but seeing as though we've been having 2 monsters every single wave, I'm laying to bet here that inside of anniversary month, September, when they love to surprise us, we are going to be seeing that Quint Elemental Ethereal Workshop monster, the one that we have been predicting all along. I know it is a part of that synthesizer, and you cannot prove me it is a part of it, and I won't accept anything other than that monster being the Quint monster now. If we get to poll on this, you community better vote on that synthesizer monster being the Quint, okay? Now, speaking about the Quint, though, I feel like the Quint, we don't know if it actually does exist. And with that bearing in mind, and the monster handlers really liking to be quite secretive behind the Quint, I get the feeling as though they might actually want to reveal it in its grandeur, its luxuriousness, when they do get the chance to reveal it for the first time in full. So with that in mind, I feel like the Poison Quad might be the one that we might vote for inside of this month. And I like to Bazinga, seeing as though Ethereal Workshop, it has been fully made at this point. I think that we are going to be seen as voting on the design, but not the sound, just like we did for Bazinga. If we do actually get to hear the monsters sound early again, though, I feel like that would be a bit too crazy, man. Maybe that's a bit too far this time, but we can vote on the design, all right? Now, inside of Month of the Mythical, we also have had updates every single week throughout June, baby. So let's have a look at what we can expect there. And with June, and with us approaching it, the best seasonal event, as I said inside of that intro, it is coming. So, of course, we are going to be getting our epic seasonal associated with it, and that is none other than Epic Monculus. And Monculus, our monkey boy! This is the law monster. This, along with Wobox and Galvana, this is the one, and therefore this design, it has to be humongous. It must be grandiose and amazing. Monculus, it was formed from Crystallium and was revealed to be the first ever prototype monster inside of the lore. And the rare was made from the pots that the Colossals used in being able to put all of the components in that they eventually made the monsters with. And it feels like there's been a general progression in this experimentiveness between the forms of Monculus. So with the epic one, I actually feel like we might have a hint towards what the next step up might be for Epic Monculus inside of Rare Monculus's bio. I've been thinking of this ever since it came out. The bio in Rare Monculus's bio, it states that more advanced crystalline manipulation was possible thanks to Rare Monculus. And with us following through, Monculus being the first one, then you have the vases used, it makes sense that Rare Monculus after it might actually be what is hinted at here, with it actually having a much more advanced crystalline appearance. Now, this of course, it alludes to the crystals that are used on the castles inside of the game. So for example, we have the Vigidian crystal used with Plant Island, Frosium, Coal, gold, skylight, air, and so forth. All of these different crystals, Aquanine, Stonix, even going over to your magical islands, there's ones all over there what I'll put on screen as well. It makes sense that Epic Monculus is going to be made up of these in some form. Perhaps one, but when my mind got worrying, I actually thought of a really cool idea. Seeing as though the bio mentions crystal manipulation, I thought it would be awesome, seeing as though the crystal substance is the ooze that you see from Monculus, if all of the crystals were manipulated and actually a part of Epic Monculus. Everyone has their favorite crystal, and I feel like this composition of all of the crystals, this rainbow mixture being the ooze of Epic Monculus, would be such a cool idea. And following the trends of Monculus's armor being these materials that the Colossals have used to actually form monsters in the first place. For example, the vases, we know that those were used to form all of the monsters, the naturals, and so forth. And then we have Monculus, which was made up of bubble right, its outer plating, which is used with the Wobblins, for example, and was used with the Ethereals. It makes a lot of sense, I think, therefore, to delve into that a little bit more, and for us actually with Epic Monculus to make this a true epic monster, as I want nothing more for my epic monster, okay? I want to see this be epic, and therefore we could have lab equipment, I was thinking, all throughout this design. On its arms and its legs, we could see these huge laboratory equipment styled designs. So for example, we could have on its hands, feet, and legs, saws, tapes, drills, gloves, a bit like Woodbox's drills that you see on it. I'm thinking something like that would be awesome on this design. Lab goggles, that's a must. A furnace-like tummy as well, a little like Thernos there, all connected by amethyst plating to suit Woblin and Ethereal Island. Definitely much more of a purple take, I think, with the coating this time to try and make up this monster as being much more of a linked part towards these islands. That rainbow ooze as well of all the crystal components. It could even have gloves on. That would be awesome as well. And for this design, I want to take a look at Electrocurrent's design, as they've come up with quite a similar idea too. This was a rare Monculus design, but we're using it anyway, as they have pretty much exemplified exactly what I would like from Monculus in using different crystals. They've chosen to use the Pyrosite crystals from the Firelands, which I am really in love with. A different type of than Crystallium, yes. We have a lava-like appearance forming the ooze underneath it with volcanic hands, making up a really volcanic-like atmosphere behind this monster. It feels like this would be quite a cool one to see on the shanty for some reason. I'm hoping that this one suits a bit more wobbly and ethereal. Wobbling especially. I want something really befitting on wobbling on this, okay? Monculus is so cool on wobbling. We've got some crystals surrounding it too. The eyes, jaw-like. Oh, feel it real bad here. Rare Monculus had no eyes in its face, and I feel like that might be part of a reason why I didn't really like his design all that much, but this one, yes, I want to see something really cool with Epic Monculus, okay? And along with everything that we know, we also know that the vessels are expiring on Amber Island, so it's also time for us to get another rare or epic fire monster. But who will it be this time? The last two times we've had 3 epic fires, quite unusually with Epic Bob, Epic Flower, but then we also had Epic Fangler last time. So who's it gonna be this time? Well, look no further than what's coming up. Afterlife Formula Sky Painting. Sky Painting is coming up, and just to like to our wonderful precious angel Rare Tusky. My precious angel and yours. I do think we are going to be seeing the one associated to the island, Light Island, and that is Drummidary. So I think Rare Drummidary is going to be coming, so prepare your pancake feet, everyone. So thanks to our precious angel, Rare Tusky, I do think we know what Rare Drummidary is going to be like too. So Rare Tusky confirmed that we are going to be seeing links towards the original Rare Single Elemental. So Rare Tusky, it was based on Rare Mammoth, then Rare Candelabra, Rare Cana, because the Quints are based on an element, aren't they? These ones too. And with Rare Drummidary, it is going to be based on the Earth Elemental, Single Elemental, therefore Rare Noggin. And Rare Noggin is cube-like, it's got horns, it's orange, grey, and purple coated. Therefore, it stands to reason to me that Drummidary is going to have the swirls become much more a purple look, its drums orange outlined and more cube-like to match that difference between Noggin and Rare Noggin. I mean, Drummidary honestly has that exact same atmosphere with the drums, just make them square and then you've got Rare Noggin right there, okay? And the most interesting fact that I think is going to come from Drummidary, though, is not really this link, but actually what are they going to do with the face and the shell of Drummidary and his arms? I mean, you've got the back. Okay, we can do the rare knocking with that, but I feel like something has to happen specifically with the shell and the body to make it look a little bit more different, and therefore I actually feel like it would be cool to have a much more earthen creature to suit Drummidary. Drummidary is much more of a crab, and I feel like with the rare it would be cool to delve into a much more earthen creature. So with this earthen creature, Drummidary is supposedly, its name is from a llama. I don't know either. Where does that come from? No one knows. But I think an earthen creature that would suit this really well is a scorpion. It could have a large tail behind it. That would already make this rare super awesome. That would be cool. Okay, man. A scarier face, large claws, and much more dynamic legs. And when I was looking for ideas behind this, I found this image of the scorpion online, and I feel like this image right here, this is exactly what the kind of thing I would expect from the face and the claws and everything. Make it feel really different and dynamic and much more alive. I love this idea so much. But let's go over to Licoad's design for a minute to see what they have envisioned for Rare Drummidary. They have come up with a construction style monster. This one would suit Light Island, man. This coloring, this would be awesome. I feel like it's going to suit much more Amber Island for some reason, this one, but this is the kind of colors you want for like, okay. We've got some X's marking out the drums. I love the steel plating behind the drums and the jewelness behind it as well. It looks like it's got some purple ooze coat in it, which is covered by its shell. I like that little aspect towards it. Overall, it's so cool, this design. I feel like the jewels make it up a lot, and the constructionness, I love it. Like, it's so cool, Licoad. I love it. And along with Life Formula, you can't have Life Formula without an epic ethereal. So an epic ethereal, it will not be missed out on in Life Formula. And if it is, then it's not Life Formula. It's Ethereal Islands event. So the choices are either Nibulob, Oraculele, Kazelian, Dragong, and Fung Prey. And to fit Life Formula's experimentiveness, I feel like they're going to go with a much more experimentive one, a lab-like one, and therefore the most obvious choice to me would be Epic Nibulob. It could be anyone, and honestly, I'm desperate for Epic Oraculele. That is the one I'm most hyped for, so please give me that one, but I'm not really bothered either way. I feel like it will be that one, though. And we'll also see some new costumes and decorations inside of Life Formula too. I'm super hoping that the decorations this time, they take it a step further beyond Crescendo Moon. Every time the decorations come, I'm sat there, I'm hoping that they are going to go beyond Crescendo Moon, and then they don't. Life Formula, that is the one that needs to go above and beyond. So I am hoping that the decorations are going to one-up Crescendo Moon this time. And speaking of his costumes, Licoad has sent me wonderful Licoad costumes for the Ethereal monsters. So let's go and take a look at those. First up, we've got a Nibulob one that says error. It's the Windows message error box, oh boy. Then we've got a purple like mesh inside of it, some squares. It feels like these have tried to suit the event and what it is about, the experimentiveness behind it. And it suits the Ethereals so much, and I love them for that reason. We have Rebro, which has a much more Life Formula skin. I remember in a Discovery video, I was trying to call out the mesh likeness, this that you see, the blue likeness, and I called out Rebro because I'd seen Licoad's design. But we've got here blueness to suit Life Formula. Would really suit the skin, honestly, that one. We've got Gelbilly as well. Pixelated, a bit weird. If people don't know what the event is about, they might be a bit confused behind this one, but I feel like the glitchness behind it is really awesome. Kind of looks like Minecraft styled. I don't know, man. It looks really cool what they've done to the head as well. The way that they've kind of segmented it from the pixelated other parts. I love that. And then finally, we've got Venshin. A costume for Venshin Workshop. Are they going to go there? That's a surprise that we all would love. I feel like Licoad might have actually called out the monster handlers a bit here because I don't think they're going to go that far. I would love to see a Workshop costume so bad, but maybe in the future. We've got here a holographic-like costume. We've got green outlines surrounding some of the material of Venshin. Most interestingly, though, is the numbers coming up from this monster. Such a cool idea. The way that this could be like hologram illuminated above it would be really exciting. I feel like these costumes are so clever behind Life Formula that I don't feel like the monster handlers would honestly go this far. If they did, that would be cool, man. Quite quite different to the rest. Then as well, this week, let's talk about this week. We've got this Wednesday, tomorrow when you watch, a rare Wublin, Pixelotl, or Zuuker, and adult Vhamp that's going to be coming. And this is our second to last duo, so you know I had to talk about them both at the same time. So this is the second to last rare Wublin and adult Celestial to come, and then there's only one left for these, and oh boy, we've got adult Galvana after that, after adult Vhamp. Oh boy. That's gonna be a good one. Oh, I'm excited for that one, man. I've been waiting for that all along since they were announced. Rare Zuuker, I think, is going to be the one though out of Rare Pixelol and Rare Zuuker. I feel like Rare Pixelol is made for sky painting. It has literal colors illuminating from its body, and that is nothing to me than screaming sky painting. So they must save this rare Wublin, Rare Pixelotl, for sky painting. It's made for it. It would be the perfect final one, I think, to come out. And also Rare Zuuker, I mean, that is not going to be the one for sky painting, okay? I've been wrong every single time about the rare Wublins, but this time I'm really hoping that I'm right, because Rare Pixelotl would be so much better for sky painting. I think with May, with them all of the rare Wublins being based on the individual month, of course, this rare Wublin is going to be based on Perplexplore. And this is quite interesting to me. The rare Wublins so far, they've been not very lore-based, which has honestly really surprised me. The Wublins seem to have so much lore going for them, but all of the bios have skipped out on that. So the fact that this time they have to include the lore, now that is exciting. So let's go on over to Riles' design for Rare Zuuker though now. They've come up with a much more crescendo moon design. I feel like I've brought this up a lot, honestly, this design. Riles, it's amazing. You deserve the love. We've got some spikes coming from this, much more of a punk-like take. I love the spikes going around the hands and the volcano likeness at the top there. It feels like Rare Zuuker is definitely going to be immensely different if it is to suit Perplexplore, and I honestly don't know what they do with it. They could do basically anything as long as it's lore-based, which is really exciting too. They usually have a theme, but this time you can do whatever you want. Make it the rare mulch disaster that everyone will not like. Get down. And funky. Ooh la la. Okay, I'm only kidding. I actually do like rare mulch, but it is a disaster. And then we also have Adult Vhamp. Adult Vhamp is going to be coming as well. And with Adult Vhamp, I go back to Elder Vhamp. Inside of Dawn of Fire, Elder Vhamp, it's so much more mobile. It feels like it has so much moving parts to go around with. The way it can slide itself too, you don't see that with the young form. With the young form, they literally have to move its legs up and down and try and get it to be quite sporadic so it actually animates. But even if I'm going back to that Elder one, even though I'm saying it's mobile, it's old and it has such limited movement, it feels so sluggish. So with the adult one, I feel like we're finally going to have that full mechanical robotness behind Vhamp that has kind of been teased all along. I feel like we're going to have gears, moving parts, it being much more animated and feel alive this time. I'm also quite interested with young Vhamp, seeing as though it has 4 legs, especially 2 at the back, and then you go to Elder Vhamp and then it just has the circular leg at the back. I'm wondering how they're going to go about that inside of the bio and what this design is going to look like for the rear end of Vhamp. Is it going to have 2 legs? Is it just going to have 1? Is it going to have a wheel? I need to see. But speaking of seeing, let's have a look at Riles' design once more for adult Vhamp as well. Vhamp inside of this design, they have chosen the leg to be one of the circular components that you see on the Elder form. It looks so cute, this design. It is something about it. Riles, you make my heart melt every time. Your designs are so cute. And then I go over to like Glacier and that, and it's just not cute in MS. Adult Atmos is the best one so far, man, but Adult Galvana is coming, so they're going to take the supreme spot there. We've got the torn away likeness of the Elder form coming through with the main section of Vhamp where you can see the creases, cracks inside of its body. Going to be interesting again to see what they do with that as well. Quite cute. The sliding, it must be really animated. I'm hoping there's lots of animated parts on this one. And hello everyone, Editing MPG here, your favourite MPG, and I take no other answers. There's been an update. We've got a teaser for Rare Zuuker. Wonderful, as I pre-recorded this, thank goodness. So we have Pixelotl, of course, coming for sky painting, and Zuuker, the most perfect one for this one. We see them looking a bit shocked towards the side, and the lightning striking them there inside of the teaser. Quite a shock pose there, Zuuker. And there's left to work out what on earth it could look like. And then we get a bit of a shadowed glimpse at Vhamp, and I'm trying not to look at it, so I'm not going to look at it any further, but it looks like, yes, it is going to be more animated and mechanical from the little glimpses also. Thank you. back to recording MPG, the lesser version now. Now, speaking of what's going to be coming then, let's go over a schedule for Life Formula and month of the Mythical free, or whatever we're going to be calling it. So we've got on the 29th, tomorrow, Rare Zuuker and Adult Vhamp. The new community polls, I think, will begin on the 29th. They could be the week later, but I feel like they're going to be doing it on the 29th. So we'll see, especially with those server maintenance updates coming. It feels like we are going to be approaching another month of the Mythical free, or whatever it's going to be called. Then we're going to have on the 5th, Epic Monculus, the costumes, Epic Ethereal costumes and decorations for Life Formula. It seems like it arrived around that time last year. And then on the 12th, the vessels are going to be expiring. And with us getting something every week, I think we are going to be getting rare Drummidary. And then we go on to the 19th and onward, where I say, wait for MPG Theories Part 2 for Sky Painting, baby. So wait until then, guys. I've got to say, Epic Monculus, please do us proud. I'm really hoping that it does really cool stuff this time around. Rare Monculus, you were not it. I thought it was lame, honestly. I even said that when I saw it for the first time. The chance to do something extraordinary with the Law Monster, it is here. Do I'm good this time, Monster Handlers, alright? But for now, make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys later for now. Bye. Bye-bye.